time for thinking about the shit that occupies your time, cause you ain't coming around again, yeah. I won't be missing you now or then, cause I'm way too fucking busy. I've been coming up, I know that you hate it. You got me fucked up, yeah, your heart is serrated. I fell in love, and you fell in hatred. So calling the line, I'm wasting your time. Forget it, that's fine, cause I don't need your love. I thought that it would heal me, but I guess that's just my mind again. This time you win, it's alright. Already up for you anyway, it's fine, cause I don't need your love. I thought that it would heal me, but I guess that's just my mind again. This time you win, it's alright. Already up for you anyway.
So when are you gonna get your own place?
Hello, hello. We are continuing. I did a couple of the stories, the story missions on my own, and basically finished for the most part. So, but I guess for today, I'm kind of just planning to probably just do some more races and yeah, hopefully buy the P1 GTR today. Navi, appreciate the 20 months. Wow. Okay, yeah, you've been subbed for a while. Appreciate the 20 months. Hello, hello. Yeah, apologies for being late. I was finishing up cooking dinner, so, and then I realized, oh, it's 6 p.m. So, a couple minutes late. I made it somewhat on time. Yeah, I've been playing this game a ton, even off stream, to be honest. I played a lot of it yesterday, a lot of it today. I don't know. I'm just kind of, I don't know if I've just been in like a racing mood or something like that, or if I've just been kind of glad to finally hop off from like the FPS genre and like go back to my roots of like playing a driving game and stuff. I've been playing a lot of Need for Speed Heat, playing a lot of Zenless Zone, stuff like that. So, I mean, I do plan at some point we'll probably play some Zenless Zone on stream. I'm in my LSAT class right now, so I'll get the stream up on my phone and chat here and there during gaps. Okay, no worries. Yeah, I'll be done with streaming. Like I think a couple minutes before your class will be done anyway. So I'm only streaming for an hour, as I usually do. I was actually debating whether or not I stream for longer during weekends, but I think with how my schedule is going to be working out starting next week, I don't think I really have the time or the energy to. So I've decided I will probably hold off on late night streams and long streams until I get to a comfortable spot, I guess. Like I was definitely planning possibly like Saturdays and stuff, but I don't know. Saturdays are usually my rest days, and to be honest with you, I actually kind of enjoy just being able to play a video game and kind of just chill and do nothing. Didn't really talk much other than to myself for the most part. I've also just been listening to a lot of good music. I listened to Skrillex's new album. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't like I haven't listened to any of his other new stuff. I've been like when I listened to him, you know, back when I listened to him, it was like I was in middle school, maybe. Hey, I was. Oh, sorry, I just realized the song cover for this song is a place that I recognize because I was literally there. It's in New York City. Sorry, I didn't realize. Yeah, no, but the like in middle school, I used to listen to Skrillex a lot and stuff like that, and like I still, you know, listen to some of his old stuff. I think it's timeless. It's classic. It's a classic. But I didn't really listen too much to his new stuff, and then I listened to his new album, and I'm like, oh wow, like I really fuck with it, to be honest with you. Kind of felt like it was a bit of a throwback to some extent. Like it was a bit of a throwback, but also had some like newer tones to it. So I like the album. I don't know if I don't think I can play it on stream, but just know that I thoroughly enjoyed the entire album. I listened to it while I was doing some laundry today and just kind of cleaning around the apartment a little bit. All right, let's see. Yeah, so I guess in other news, I watched a movie not long ago. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but it's actually, like, it came out close to about a decade ago at this point, I think, called The Man Who Knew Infinity. It's about this mathematician named Ramanujan who didn't have any formal education whatsoever. You know, he was in probably one of, from my understanding, you know, one of the poorest parts of India, Madras or whatever it is, I think is what it was called. And he, like, you know, he ended up getting a job as an account clerk, basically, and he was really fucking good with like numbers. He made up formulas. He even figured out how, you know, how to basically solve partitions just by formula. I thought that was the coolest shit ever. I watched the movie. Good movie. I'm not gonna spoil it, of course, but I personally recommend it. I think if you come at the movie from a math perspective, there was definitely not as much math as I probably would have hoped there would be, but I also understood that from a sort of like, you know, the average audience perspective, like I don't think they would have expected them to really understand a lot of the math stuff, but it was definitely really cool. I personally like the pacing. I think I can definitely see some criticisms of the pacing of the movie being a little bit too fast. There were definitely some details in his story that were left out. Some of his achievements were left out, but overall, I think it was a well put together movie. So I watched that over the weekend. I also finally finished. I'm gonna be honest. Like I love Rent a Girlfriend. You know, the first couple of seasons were definitely my favorite. I would say the first season, maybe even the second season, a little bit. Then it kind of started falling off after a little bit. I just finally finished season 4. Was it bad? No, not necessarily. Like it had its strong points. It also had a fair amount of weak points that I was not a fan of. Number one, there's no character development with Kazuya, like at all. I think that's the biggest one that a lot of people have kind of, you know, talked about. Another thing that they talked about, of course, was the pacing. I think the pacing of the story is absolutely abysmal. It's almost getting to One Piece pacing. That's how bad I think it is. I mean, luckily we're not gonna. Hopefully we don't get through, you know, thousands of episodes worth of fucking fillers. But the pacing of what's supposed to be a simple, you know, rom-com story, just, I mean, it just seems like there are so many moments where I'm just like, you could easily finish this within like, you know, a couple of episodes. It's like, why would you extend it out like seasons for this shit? You know what I mean? You know what's crazy is by the end of season 4, it got to the point where there were a couple of things that, you know, especially in season 1, right? Everyone in season 1 of the Rent-A-Girlfriend was like, ah, Mami-chan is like the devil. Like, she's like the worst. She was supposed to be the villain of the story. I can't even lie, bro. It got to the point where at the end of the season 4, I was like, I'm finding myself agreeing with her and like actually being on her side at times. I can't even lie. Like, you know, originally she was supposed to be the villain, and now she's kind of like the hero in this, in some regard. You know, without spoiling the story, but like when I tell you, man, the pacing really needs to like start ramping up, man. Like, look, I mean, I know the manga. I'm definitely behind on the manga, but I know the manga was another pain point for a lot of readers and stuff. So. And I know that it's pretty bad in terms of the pacing there as well, but yeah, the anime is basically it's basically just kind of replicating exactly, you know, where the manga is right now, or was, sorry, at the time, where it just like it just is so many filler episodes, you know, like it doesn't add really much of value. I would say that the last couple of episodes of Rent-A-Girlfriend season 4 was kind of where I was like, oh, you know what, like, you know, these episodes were not too bad. But, you know, now it's, like, at the beginning, it was painful for me. And it kind of sucks, too, because, like, you know, we have the manga, a couple of chapters of the manga here in our apartment. I also have my first ever figure, which was Mizuhara, you know, and she's just standing there on the shelf, and it kind of makes me sad because I'm just like, wow, you know what I mean? Like, it was so good in the beginning, and like now it's just, I wouldn't say it's bad. It's just it's become mediocre. It's become average, you know. And it kind of like, to some extent, it kind of sucks. You know, seeing something that could have been so good just become, you know, ruined. So, yeah, I don't know. I watched it, I finished it, I rated it a 5 out of 10. I thought it was average. I was definitely going to rate it a 4 out of 10 when I, you know, the first couple of, I would say the first half of the show, and then afterwards, the latter half of the show definitely picked up, where I was just like, you know what, you know, I'll put it at average. I think it definitely needs some work in terms of the pacing. Like, the one thing that I hate about any anime, and that's the reason why that I watched a little bit of One Piece, I watched a little bit of Naruto, and all those things. And the one thing that turns me off about those sort of animes is not necessarily the concept, although, you know, yeah, there are times where I'm just like, I don't really want to, you know, I don't really want to watch overpowered guy, you know, wins matches or struggles through matches for however many episodes, and then, you know, friendship is like the fucking theme of the whole thing or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? But like when I was kind of like, when I was, you know, watching some of those animes, I'm just like, wow, it is just terribly paced. And I dropped it after, I don't even know how many episodes at this point. I think I dropped it after a season of like each one of those animes, because I usually I give it a couple of seasons, or a season for one of those, you know, those sort of like mainstream animes, and it was just not, it didn't really hit for me. So that's kind of where Rent a Girlfriend is kind of coming to right now, where, like, you know, the first season was really good. The second season, iffy. Third season was definitely where I kind of saw some pitfalls, and I was like, okay, this is actually not a good sign. And fourth season was definitely the fucking, I mean, unless he can somehow go lower, definitely the lowest I've seen the show. I don't think I will be very intrigued to watch a fifth season of it, to be honest with you. So I do like the Fragrant Flower. That anime is really good. Very, very beautifully paced, I think, in my opinion. Pacing is there, and there's also like, there's also a lot of like, how do you say it? Character development / character depth that I really appreciate in that. So, you know, if the love story is not really the main idea, at least you have the other characters that are supposed to be supporting characters, but really they all have their own story, which is super cool. I liked it. So I will definitely be a little bit more picky with my rom-coms from here on out. Whatnot. I think, unironically, out of all the mainstream animes that I have watched, I think Jujutsu Kaisen was actually one of the only good ones that I liked. Can't lie. And it was because the characters had depth. It was, you know, it was not just, like, each character had depth. Even the ones that, you know, didn't even make it through half the season. And Chainsaw Man, well, yeah, I mean, was Chainsaw Man mainstream? I actually don't really know. I don't know if it appealed to, you know, the vast majority of people, but I mean, yeah, Chainsaw Man was another one that I also really liked. It's definitely a, it's an acquired taste to like Chainsaw Man. Not everyone's gonna like it. I love Fragrant Flower. Yeah, it's one of the better romance animes that I've watched, other than Dress Up Darling, which I think they're both made by the same company, Cloverworks. The same production company. I would say it was mainstream. Lots of people were talking about it when it first came out. Yeah. There's a second season, which I believe is supposed to be a movie coming out or something like that. I'm reading the manga right now, so I'm not really touching the anime for now, but yeah, I think you saw me reading it. I'm reading it like from Shonen Jump. They call it a Shonen Jump Press. It's the online manga reader app or whatever. So I read it all in Japanese. Makima and Denji were like cosplayed a lot. Yeah, okay, that's fair. You know what? That is actually fair. So yeah, I guess it was mainstream. Yeah, really good though. I liked it. I'm surprised how that one blew up, because first episode was a fever dream. Yeah. I mean, it was also made by MAPPA, which, like, I feel like any work from MAPPA, most people look forward to. The only thing that kind of threw me off about Chainsaw Man was the animation. Some of the animation definitely looked kind of off. You know what I mean? I know they're testing out the whole 3D stuff and whatnot, but I don't know. I think when it comes to kind of figuring out that sort of art style. It's difficult for me to like get accustomed to a 3D but 2D art style. You know what I mean? Like it's a 3D model, but it's a 2D art style. That's what kind of throws me off at times. And like usually, from my understanding, most of the animes that utilize those 3D models and whatnot, it's usually for cost purposes because you know it's easier to rig it versus having to draw. But I will say, yeah, Chainsaw Man was definitely a good one. That was one that I like. Yeah, I don't know. I'll definitely be watching a lot of different. Oh yeah, you're talking about Dandadan. That's right. Yeah, Dandadan was also. Yeah, Dandadan was a fever dream. I can't lie. The first episode. You know what's crazy to me? The first episode was extremely, like, it was so fucking weird. Like, even for a guy like me, and I'm fucking freaky as shit, you know? And I'm like, first episode, it's just like straight up. I mean, yeah, it's a fever dream, but it's also just, you know, it's a lot of partial nudity. What's crazy to me is my brother, who, by the way, you know, I've tried to get my brother into anime for the longest time, and like, you know, watch the romance animes that I liked, and you know, all the like fighting ones or the car ones, right? The street racing ones and all that stuff, or like the mecha ones, right? And he was never interested in it. Even Cyberpunk, and he never really finished that, right? He was never really interested in Cyberpunk. But the one anime that he's like, yeah, you gotta watch this, is Dandadan. That was the one. I was like, what? Like, of all animes? Like, not to say it's a bad anime, it's just like, the reason why most people didn't like anime was because of how weird it can be, and Dandadan was literally the the epitome of weird. You know? That's why I was surprised how many people liked it. Yeah. I don't know, I mean, it is what it is, but yeah, I just remember, like, hearing my brother say that, yeah, you gotta watch this, and I was just like, wow. I never thought in a million years I would hear my brother recommend me an anime. I did like it though. It was a good one. Yeah, but this weekend I really wanted to kind of take some time to watch anime. I actually really want to make it a daily thing, to be honest, where I watch at least like an episode a day, because I know I'm going to be busy for, you know, within this next week or so. But I kind of just sat down and finished Rent a Girlfriend, because I'm just like, well, you know, we'll see. It's a series that I do, you know, still like, and kind of I wouldn't say it's my favorite or one of my favorite, but it's something that I did like, and of course, you know, my first figure was from that series. But it's also just like it was kind of upsetting, disappointing to really see, you know, how the pacing of the anime has kind of fallen off. And also how there's like no character development with Kazuya. Like, I understand the first episode, you know, it was funny sometimes. I'm just like, wow, this guy's really a fucking loser. But I thought he would kind of get his act together within like the second and third, you know, season. Didn't really happen. Fourth season, I mean, he's basically the same. Maybe like a little bit more confident now, but like, he still freaks out over the stupidest shit, you know? I did like it, but the first episode had me thrown back. Yeah. Yeah. No, from now on, I will only be watching Chiikawa. That is the only anime that's worth watching. We're at 1.7 mil. Wonder if we can hit 2.1, 2.2 mil today. That would unironically be like the biggest achievement for this game for me. Then we can kind of, you know, suit it up with a whole bunch of auxiliary and all that stuff. And I'm hoping to have a fully fledged car, race car, that will be able to take on the high heat races. Anyways, that was my weekend. I didn't really do much this weekend, to be honest with you. Kind of just stayed home, watched things. Yeah, cleaned around the apartment a little bit. Kind of just the normal stuff that I guess I would do during my weekend. I did have a slight impulse a little bit earlier in the weekend where I really wanted to I wanted to go to the city because I was just like, I'm like a couple hour drive from it, like, you know what I mean, just go to the city. But then I realized that would be a lot of gas, and you know, gas is kind of expensive now, so I don't really want to spend more than I already have. I had to look at my budget earlier today and I'm like, wow, I spent 60 bucks on gas. I try to refill only once a month, but I don't think that's possible. Even though the Honda Civic is a very, you know, eco-friendly car when it comes to, it's an economy car when it comes to gas and stuff, I still have to pump twice, and I like almost never have it on sport mode, like ever. So that kind of sucks. Like full tank is usually going to be about 30 bucks, unless I can find a gas station that does it for cheaper somewhere, you know, less than 3 bucks. I also realized, because I was like kind of thinking, and I was like, wow, you know what I mean? Like, there was a moment in time for me where, you know, earlier this month, I was like, oh, I'm so behind, and like you know, all this stuff, and I'm just like, then I realized I've only been living here for like 4 months. like it's, I don't know. To me, that's just kind of crazy. I don't think I truly grasp the amount of time that I've truly spent here. Because I always think like I'm behind or I'm not doing enough and all that stuff, and then I realize, holy shit, I've only been here for like 4 months. I feel like I've been living here for like a year at this point. Yeah, life as an adult after college is rough. I do like that I have more freedom with my money though. that's the one thing that's kind of nice. I don't know. I can get rid of this guy. No, thank you. I do not want fake viewers. Appreciate the offer. Yeah, the next, I guess going back to the conversation about animes, the next animes that I kind of plan to finish up / watch is Fragrant Flower and Dress Up Darling. Because if I'm correct, I believe the seasons are complete. Because we haven't really watched them in a couple of weeks, but I believe that they should be complete or at least near completion. So there's at least a couple more episodes to catch up on. So that is my plan for basically the next coming weeks. Are they now? I think so. I could take a look. But yeah, if I remember correctly, because I mean, when was the last time we even watched it? It was a couple of weeks ago, right? So there should at least be 1 or 2 episodes out right now. They should be near completion, if not complete already. I'm losing track of time, so I honestly don't really remember how many weeks have passed by since we last watched the series. And then after that, I got a couple of other animes on my watch list that I really want to hit. So we'll see if I can get around to those. I have some K-dramas that I really want to watch as well, so it's going to be a mix. Oh yeah, speaking of which, over the weekend, I ended up forgetting to edit those clips, so that was an unfortunate thing that happened. I don't know when I'll complete them. Maybe I'll just put a sticky note down and kind of remind myself, hey, get those clips done. But maybe I'll get them done over the next weekend or something like that. We'll see. I guess this weekend I was just like super tired. Like I kind of just wanted to shut off my brain to some extent. I also woke up early this morning for like Formula 1. Yeah, I felt like I was waking up for work again. It's kind of crazy on a Sunday. Let me actually check. No. It is not. It is not ending. Or it's not ended yet. The Dress Up Darling Season 2 is finished. They are done airing though. Okay, so I was right about one of them. Yeah, so Dress Up Darling Season 2 is complete. So we can at least catch up on that and complete that series. But yeah, the Fragrant Flower is still up and running. Probably like another episode or something. We'll see. My friend Jacob, of course, wants me to watch some Danmachi, so I might watch it. I'm not sure yet. I don't know. I think for me personally, the adventure, sort of animes have never really appealed to me as much, or even like any of like the reincarnation / like the level up sort of stuff. You know what I mean? The other one that I guess kind of appealed to me was the what is it called? Solo leveling. But I mean, I will admit most of it was mainly because of the hype moments and shit. Like it was, like every single scene just kind of went hard. But yeah, I will admit though that was kind of one of the only reasons why I really watched that anime. And also because my brother recommended it to me, but because that was another one that he actually liked, which was interesting. It's kind of funny too, because like when he originally watched it, whatever, we were watching it, and I think there was a like a little bit of a comment or something that he made. He was like, he's like, oh yeah, talking about like the names and stuff, and he thought that they were Japanese names, and I was like, oh, those are Korean names actually. So it was kind of interesting to see that he didn't know that they were Korean names, because I heard of Solo Leveling. Like I read a little bit of the manhwa, but I never really finished it. But once I kind of heard that they had a Japanese adaptation coming out, I was like, oh, okay, I'll give it a try. And then if it's decent enough, I'll read the manhwa. Oh yeah, really super unrelated, but I went out on my balcony today. Kind of just wanted to get some fresh air. God, it was so nice this morning. I don't know. I mean, it was like 52 degrees or something like that Fahrenheit. It was so nice. Like, yeah, it felt, you know, somewhat chilly, but it was not to the point where I felt like I needed a hoodie. You know what I mean? So, weather was very beautiful, very nice today. Absolutely. Unfortunately for me, well, I guess unfortunately or fortunately for me, I stayed home the entire time and I kind of just sat at this computer. So, that was that. Oh yeah, and also the fucking the curtains fell as I was trying to open the door. So I had to do that by myself as well. That was fun. The long one? Yeah. It fell a little. Yeah, because the thing is that I'm planning to probably buy like a command hook of some sort or something like that, because it's the middle portion of the bar. It's because of how long it is, the weight distribution basically, right? It's kind of pulling down a little bit from the middle. So I already have in my Amazon cart, I'm planning to get a command hook of some sort that will kind of stabilize that portion of it, because yeah, it's kind of a pain in the ass. Ready to get one for the support in the middle? Yeah. That's okay. I'm already on it. Probably get it alongside, maybe I don't know. We get it in November or something like that, or October, depending on our budget. I was like low-key not paying attention there. I've already been streaming for close to 50 minutes. Alright. I don't know if we can... Damn. We're kind of getting less and less money now. We could reset it and just go to the garage. Yeah, we're almost at 2 mil though, so that's pretty fucking impressive. I can't lie. All right, let's reset it and go to the garage, and then we can do some of those $60,000 and $70,000 races. This one should be a quick one. We can do that one. I know it's only 50,000, but we can do that one. Get ourselves up to 2 mil, and then kind of work our way with the other races. It's gonna be kind of long though. Alright. Oh, good enough. Oh, I'm actually kind of surprised how dark it got. Alright, let's let me actually take a look at how much this car is, because maybe we can kind of do some quick maths here. See how many races we actually have to do. Okay, 2.1 mil. I can buy the Pagani Huayra though. Yeah, 2.1 mil. Okay. Let's see. There is. Gotta go to the 70K race here. That's for sure. We do the 70K race. There should be another 70 or at least 60K race that we could also do. Yeah, I gotta find another 70K race to do, because I think we can actually get it done in 2 races here. Might be possible. This one's gonna be at least a 3-minute race. Okay. I think we're cutting it close here. I don't know if I mean, I might be able to go a little bit over time on stream and then just to finish it, but I think it's definitely possible. I mean, after this race, we're basically there. All right. Okay, now I just have to find another 70K race. Maybe I shouldn't have bought the Subaru WRX that I bought earlier. I bought it just because I wanted it to have the Subaru like rally team decal on it. I bought it for funsies, but now I'm starting to realize my mistake here. All right, what's another 70K? I mean, there's a 63K somewhere up here, I believe, if I saw it. 62. Oh, this one? Yeah, actually, that's the one. Okay, 70K. I think we can get that one done. Oh boy. Okay. Well. I hit a cop. My bad. That's fine. Alright, I escaped. Yeah, that was Mickey Mouse. There's no way. If I'm gonna use this car as like my I don't know. I want to use the P1 GTR as my night car, my nighttime drive car. But if I'm gonna use this one, I'm gonna low-key grab some reinforcement, like on the body reinforcement. It takes less damage. I like the car you got on, it's cute. Yeah, but I'm looking for fast. I mean, this is fast, don't get me wrong. But P1 GTR might be faster. Also, this guy has a P1 GTR, I think, right? I look for the cuteness level. Yeah, I can only imagine how many Miatas you would own in this game if you were to play this game. I think if my math is right, we would have an extra 20K after we buy the P1 GTR. After this race, I should say. Can I get it under 3 minutes is the question. I don't think I can. Be very difficult. Yeah, no, I can't make it sub 3. Ah, I messed up on those turns. That's okay. This car is so ridiculously fast. The P1 GTR just like spawned out of nowhere. I get it, bro. Alright. I think that's enough. Oh, actually, we have some extras, so we'll be left with possibly 30K. Holy shit. Finally buying this car. I can't go the other way, can I? I can't. I have to go all the way. Finally buying this car after owning the game for God knows how long, and I never bought the P1 GTR. I can finally own it. Alright, cool. 30K for upgrades. It sounds so good. want to fuck with this. Alright. Let's see what we can even do to this car with 30k. Oh, I can swap the engine? Oh, it's... Actually, this is the best engine you can get. Okay, yeah. No, yeah, track... Or the suspension is definitely important. I think track suspension would be the best. Got regular tires here. Let's put a track differential on this. Yeah, track differential. And yeah, we'll play a couple more races, probably next stream or something, to get all the auxiliary. Let me see customization. Do I even camber this all the way? I feel like it would look ugly cambered all the way, right? Like halfway like that. Well, we are gonna fully black out the tints here. What can you even do to this car? Not much to the front. Wheels. You can get rid of the stickers. And that's about it. Other than the rims. The tires as well. Alright. Not really much you can do to this. Alright, let's go ahead and put a... Yeah, I would like to put that. Kind of like this one actually. What do I put for my tires here? Just a couple of nice tires. These are larger tires, actually. I don't know, I kind of like them, actually. Let me, yeah, let's put your tires on them. It turns out you can do a fair amount with the, I had all rims with the 30k that I had left. I'll black out the rims here. I think any rims other than the stock rims on this would just look tacky as shit. Alright. What about the exhaust sound? What can we do anything better to this? We can make it sound raspier, I guess. What? Yeah, let's make it sound more aggressive. What is on this thing? So I guess we're gonna have to do a couple of those high heat races because it's basically maxed out. So yeah, these things would definitely contribute to a higher number for sure. Drag tires. We can put some track tires. Yeah, I don't know actually. Maybe we just keep the tires that are on there, to be honest with you. Alright. Oh my gosh, bro. It took us, I don't even know how many streams at this point. Finally got the P1 GTR. Yeah, I think that's it for me. Because I'm already kind of overtime here. Alrighty, chat. Well, that's it for me. We will be streaming tomorrow as well. Pretty busy schedule that I have, just going forward and stuff. So apologies if I will seem kind of tired during the weekdays. Trying to work on a lot of projects going on right now, but yeah, no, we'll be streaming from the same time as per usual, 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I don't know, I'm still liking Need for Speed, to be honest with you. I still think we'll probably stream this game going forward, unless something else comes up. But yeah, like I said, I'm taking a break from the whole FPS category, so don't expect me to play anything like that anytime soon. But I will definitely be playing a lot of Need for Speed, definitely be playing Zenless Zone as well. We can maybe go back to Genshin, just other games in general. So, alrighty. Well, appreciate all you guys coming by. Call you later tonight. Gotta finish my class and then gotta eat dinner. Yeah, you're good. I mean, I'll be getting this video uploaded and then prepare myself for bed. So, alrighty. Yeah, appreciate everything, guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.